I've just always wanted to. I mean, it's such a cliche answer, but I can remember being 5 years old saying I wanted to be a vet. So I am the type of personality that as soon as I've made a decision, everything in my life is done with that intent to get that finished. You know, and you kind of have to find your niche. And so to me, I think my niche is, you know, is practice ownership, because I do like to be able to control the message and everything to my client.
The story that my parents have told me is as soon as I realized that this was an option as a career, I chose it. It was sort of like, what can I do to help animals? And I think it was probably my dad who said, well, you can become a veterinarian. It's like, well, obviously that's what I'm gonna do then.
When I was little, my aunt and uncle are both veterinarians outside Atlanta, and we would go up and visit them kind of 2 weeks every summer. And I remember going and hanging out in the clinic with them and watching my aunt do surgery. I remember she spayed a Dachshund, like I was probably 8, I'll never forget it. This business isn't just about the animals, it's so closely tied with helping the people as well, because animals are such an intricate part of our lives and our families.
I actually originally wanted to be a cardiologist and got a job with a veterinarian when I was in high school, working in kennels, and I just fell in love with it. And from then on, I knew that's what I wanted to do.
I'm very passionate about getting up and going to work every day, and it makes me feel good to help my customers. It also makes me feel good to see them going from doing almost nothing with us to, you know, us taking them to a GPS program or to a PBU program and building that relationship and seeing it transition to what it does, and especially on a new build, going from beginning to end and seeing that whole process and being with them and by their side through all of that. So it's really a blessing and makes you feel good and passionate about what you do.
So partnering with Patterson seemed like the easiest choice, to be perfectly honest. Ownership on its own can be overwhelming, and so to have someone who is so knowledgeable about ownership and building and the process that it takes, and someone who's willing to share that knowledge, seemed like a breath of fresh air. And so even though it was the easiest option, it was the only resource available to me at the time. Nobody else was coming to me asking what were my desires as a practicing veterinarian, what were my desires for the future. And my territory manager at the time was really reaching out and seeing what I needed from them.